Wait a minute, so you're telling me that both of these cars are actually Volvos? Really interesting. What's up guys, it's Drifts and Lifts here. Welcome back to the Drifts and Lifts Epic Volvo Drift YouTube channel. Click that subscribe button because I got a batch of gravy for you guys today. A batch of Volvo gravy, but unfortunately it didn't turn out how I wanted it to. I think I added a little bit too much like salt or something because some things went wrong. So this episode is basically just explaining some stuff and telling you guys what's next for the channel. On a good note, I got Edna all fixed up. So as you guys remember, the last River Beater video that I filmed, that was with Turbo Scott, and he had his Subaru, and we did that river race. So if you guys remember, I actually snapped both of the engine mounts on this car, and that ended up, because of that, the distributor, just as I thought, so my my estimate was actually proper. Let me show you guys real quick. Oh yeah, I put this 1990 grill on it. I know it looks terrible, but this car is just terrible in general. So if you guys remember, this car had the old style engine mounts, and the new style actually had the hydraulic engine mount. So the engine mount snapped, the motor, obviously when I was doing that river race, the motor, the engine mounts must have snapped like during the race, and then I continued the race. And then the motor was hopping around all over the place. The distributor ended up smacking onto the firewall, and the cap, actually one of the prongs like broke off it. So put a new cap on it, got new engine mounts in it. The only thing left to do is the strut is a slightly bit bent, so it has a bit of positive camber. I'm probably going to do that tomorrow, but other than that, this thing is ready to rock. This thing's ready to bring down to the river. And as I've been waiting all summer, the river level is finally low enough for us to cross all the way onto the full riverbed. So if you guys remember last year, I had that River Beater car, Tim, and we did the full run, like the high speed run down the riverbed off the jumps and all that stuff. So you're probably going to be seeing something similar to that with this car very soon. So I got it insured actually, and the reason I got it insured is because I have some unfortunate news for you guys on Samuel here. So let's pop the hood, and I'll kind of go into it. So if you guys remember on the dyno video, you'll remember that we had some detonation early on boost onset, and then a little ways through the RPM. As it got into the higher RPMs, that cleared up. But on stock timing, ignition timing that is, because with a Hall sensor car, like the LH 2.2 car that Samuel is, you can adjust the Hall sensor, and that's actually going to adjust your static and ignition timing. So that's going to adjust your ignition timing all the way through the curve. Say if you rotate it 1 degree, that's going to be 1 more degree of advance all the way through the curve. So what I did wrong, I made a very huge mistake, like the title says. So we had that set, and it was all fine and dandy for a bit. Then I wanted to see if the K-Cam felt a little bit more peppy if I put this adjustable cam gear on. So this is an IPD adjustable cam gear. I set it to +5, so that's advanced 5. Generally with the timing gear, if you advance the cam timing, you're going to pick up power in the low end, and you're going to lose a bit in the top end. That's what they say. So I put that on there. But one crucial thing I forgot to remember is that when you adjust the cam timing on a Hall sensor car, that's actually going to adjust the distributor and the ignition timing as well. So therefore, I actually advanced the cam timing 5 degrees. That advanced the ignition timing 5 degrees as well. And if you know anything about ignition timing, 5 degrees can be a huge amount, and that can give you some crazy ping. Considering that the motor was already pinging, that 5 degrees was not good. So luckily, I filmed the on-ramp drift that I did that ended up melting this motor in the end. So here it is right here. As you guys could see, that on-ramp drift was pretty hairy. It was a 3rd gear, full throttle the whole way, and we were starting to get really close on that inside. This car didn't have quite enough power to like keep thrusting me to the outside. So the drift was all good, but that's once I got to the gas station after, this thing was sounding like a Subaru or something. So, all right, I'm gonna start it up for you guys right now, just to show you the blow by. It's funny, this thing still runs, so I'm saying one cylinder probably has no compression. The hilarious part about this was I actually drove this after I melted the piston. I drove this an hour to drop off Sydney in Vancouver, and I drove all the way back with the cylinder, the piston ring melted. So here, we'll give it a little peep. I'll show you guys what it sounds like. See how it sounds like a Subaru? Yeah, it doesn't like that. I thought it might be a spark plug wire that came off or something, but then I pulled the dipstick and there's an extreme amount of blow by coming out. Same with the oil cap, just crazy blow by. So I guarantee you I melted a cylinder, a piston ring or a piston on this motor. So unfortunately, Sam's gonna be out for a little bit. Not the end of the world, just because I have that parts car sitting over at my storage location over there. So that has another small rod B230 motor in it. If I want, I can pull that out and I can put it in this car. But I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'm gonna put Sam on the back burner just for a little bit. And I'm gonna source a squirter or a big rod motor, because if I'm swapping a motor, I might as well upgrade and swapping in another small rod motor just to get the car running again. Considering I do want to eventually start building this car, that wouldn't be the best idea. So I'm gonna hold out for a squirter or at least a big rod motor, a 1990 plus B230 FT. Then I'm gonna slap that in there. So motor swaps on these cars are simple. I have done a motor swap video on them before. It's no big deal, so not the end of the world. A little bit sad because I wasn't really enjoying driving Sam around, but hey, what can you do? And I'm also really stoked that I got Edna on the road and we're gonna be able to do some river rallying, because off-road stuff is honestly really, really fun. I always have a good time when I'm out on the river, ripping with friends and stuff. So I don't think this grill is gonna stay in there very long. It's got like some screws holding it into this plastic piece, but it should last a few jumps at least. What else do I gotta do? That's basically it for Edna here. Yeah, she's ready to rock. What else? Oh yeah, so I'm gonna be picking up that ITB setup, and that's another thing. I wanna do the ITBs on Miss Huff before I start messing with Sam and spending money on it. So huge shout out to all you guys watching the channel. I sold like a good amount of merchandise not too long ago after the Donut Media thing. So huge shout out to all you guys. Thanks a lot for buying the merch and watching the videos and supporting the channel. Means a ton to me. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to continue doing this. So huge props to you guys, and we're gonna keep on spilling Volvo gravy all over our uterus. Anyways, yeah, so I think that's about it for the video, guys. I'll leave you there. I just wanted to give you the news of Samuel and show you that big dirty on-ramp drift, because that was pretty intense actually. So next video, let me know in the comments if you guys want to see some crazy river beating, because that seems like what we're going to be aiming towards in the next couple videos. The river's good, and maybe I can find a buddy. I actually do have a friend that messaged me on Instagram, and he's got a Ford Crown Victoria that they set up for off-road that they've been ripping at the river. So maybe we'll get together for like another river race or something like that. If not, maybe I can put a big pile of cardboard boxes and light it on fire and do some crazy Volvo jump stunt. I don't know. Let me know in the comments some crazy stunt you think would be really cool. That's not gonna kill me, mind you. But hey, I can be close to getting killed. You know, like maybe like I would love to roll a Volvo at some point. You know, maybe not now because the roof would get kind of smashed up, and I don't think the window would survive. But I do want to roll in a Volvo eventually. Maybe not like down a mountain or anything like that. But you know, at the river, if we took a jump wrong and it rolled over, I wouldn't be too upset. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys want to see, and it's always good to hear what you guys want, because, you know, making these videos, I do it for my own fun, but it's also for your guys' fun too. So let me know what you want to see, and I can probably make that happen. So I think I'll leave you there, guys. Yeah, pretty much like I said, stuff to come for the channel, Miss Huff, Samuel, and Edna. So like and subscribe for greasy Volvo bacon. Peace out.